Hello again, everybody. Welcome back to Coast Football Talk. I'm presented by Bingo Media. I'm your host, Seneca Hampton, and today we have an exciting episode lined up for you. We'll be diving deep into last week's Coast Football playoffs and analyzing the matchups and sharing our expert insights. So let's get back to that. Yeah, we back. What's up, Matt? We are
Hey, all
back.
right, Bingo, on this special Monday night edition of Coast Football Talk.
Coast Football Talk. Yeah, Bazz is out of the country right now. Him and his wife is in Belize on
Yeah,
a family vacation that he said was most desperately needed, and he left us here to carry the weight for him like we always do, because he'll do it for us if neither one of us was here. Shout out to our dog Bob and his wife Keisha. Y'all enjoy y'all vacation this week. Matt, last week, man, playoffs, man. We went in with six, came out with three. What's your
yeah,
take on that?
yeah. The most we would have came out with is five, of course, with Pascagoula playing at Picayune. So
Right.
to come out with three is still pretty good. We could have came out, like I said, with just one, but three is the word. And you playing in November, that's good for any team playing November football. So there was some, I text you what I thought who was going to win, and unfortunately, on some of the teams, that was correct in Pass Christian losing and Resurrection losing there. And Pascagoula, of course, playing at Picayune, they took the loss there. So those three teams are out, but there's still three teams playing in South State coming up Friday. To
Mhm.
practice on Thanksgiving week when kids are out of school, it's a privilege, of an honor to be practicing during Thanksgiving week. Means you're still playing, obviously.
Yeah, yeah, most definitely, man. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about, man. We hearing about stuff like we hearing players getting suspended, possibly. We hearing about um what else, man? Like we got the Gators going back to the bricks. We got Picayune going up to West Jones, and we got Poplarville going to they
Columbia.
playing Columbia. That's gonna be a good game right there, man. But I like
Yeah.
I like I like the Hornets' chances this year. I think the Hornets are. I think this their year
Well, it's been there every year. Last year they fell
every year.
short, lost to
Yeah,
Stone last year
yeah,
in the round before. But before looking ahead, though, we want to look back just a little bit on
yeah.
again just to touch on Resurrection, who unfortunately ended their season, but still, they won the region title. They back-to-back playoffs, 9 wins, the most since 2019. Went up, several hours, 4-hour drive up to Velma Jackson, who was perfect on the season, and they beat them 40-13. So the Eagles' season comes to an end, unfortunately, and that was in 1A. And 3A, uh, I'm sorry, we didn't have 3A. St. Stanislaus was in 3A. They lost a week before. But number
Mm-hmm.
two, Columbia in the state, 12-0 at number 8, Pass Christian. These are ranked by Max Preps in their
Right,
respective region. Um, and then Columbia just took care of Pass Christian 42-7, ended the Pirates season. But again, a historical season for the Pirates,
yes, it
uh,
was. I think
advancing.
if nobody don't come through and try to steal past coach and throw them at him, I think if he stay there, pass going they're gonna mess around and get him one.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. That's around the rumor mill. Of course, we'll get to that too about coaches
Right,
coming
right,
and
right.
going. But Pascal Jan, advances to round 3 for the first time ever.
Mm-hmm.
And their season ended at home against Columbia. 9 wins, that ties the most wins in the season and in 2001. So, and then the other 4A game had uh, where's my other 4A game? Poplarville at Lawrence County, and
Mm-hmm.
Poplarville took care of them 44-20 to advance to South State. And then in the 5A, you were up at Florence, and all of a sudden you're texting me, and they're rocking and rolling the Gators, and next thing I know, they're leading by just by 2 points. What in the world
I'm
happened
talking
to
about
the Gators? They had a decent lead,
yeah.
and then they
Got
didn't.
comfortable. Got comfortable like they do, man. That's what we do. Like we'll have a big league game be almost over, and then next thing you know, our players they just feel like we can get one up, we can get two up. Then next thing you know, the folks done came back on us, man, and could have won it, had the opportunity to win it. You know,
Yeah, they
like
had an onside kick. Is that what they?
right, right, yeah. Like man, y'all need to stop playing. I'm on side tell y'all stop playing, folks, man. Y'all got folks out here with hypertension and bad hearts and all that stuff. You can't be playing with folks like that, man. We still had to make that drive back. You know what kind of drive that home that would have been, man, if we would have got there, had that lead by 3 touchdowns and lost and had to drive all the way back like that, man, saying what could have would have happened, you know, man.
Yes, that would have been bad, but hey, the Gators held on and was able to get the 36 the 34 win. Of course, that's one of the scores I text you that they were going to win 38-33.
You
So
had it almost on the edge, and you said a close one. You said
yeah, it was. So and then the last game had Pascagoula, of course, going to Picayune. They played in that rain game weeks ago, and Pascagoula Picayune won that game pretty easily. And then this past week, I was able to watch it, the Pascagoula live stream, which I certainly appreciate them doing that. I got down there close to the end zone, but Picayune held them out, and they won 38-0. Picayune did, ending again Pascagoula's season. Again, not where they wanted, but they were back in the playoffs. And I did my stat that on Saturday, like I normally done, and just going over what you can see it on the Facebook page at Gulf Coast High School Football. Picayune, just some of the notes was, Picayune 10 straight playoff wins. That's a coast record. No other coast team has won 10 straight. And I say playoff wins, that means back-to-back state championship. That's a playoff game. So, and then 2 so far going into this year. Pascagoula 8 wins, most since 2020. Poplarville, 6-0 now against Lawrence County all time. Gaucher, we just mentioned, I did that Coast Clips with them, with the wrestling and coach there in that video. Snapped a 6-game road losing streak, and it was a playoff road losing streak. I know that Gaucher defeated Wayne County this season, but it was playoff games. They hadn't won a playoff game in the last 6 games. So Gaucher snaps that. Picayune, back-to-back shutout wins, first time since 1925 as far as playoff wins. We mentioned Pass Christian, 9 wins. Resurrection, we mentioned that. Poplarville making it, 7 out of the 8 last seasons to South State. And Gaucher, of course, back-to-back South State appearances. Obviously, the first time they've done that because last year was the first South State that they played in. So that was a little bit of stat that for this last week as far as playoff game-wise. So I don't know if you want to touch on any of the games. There was any surprises. I mean,
everything went how I thought it would go. I figured Picayune would be a little bit too much for Pascagoula. That Pascagoula team, not saying that, like you can't say nothing bad about them. They'll jump down my throat in a minute. I'm on y'all side, Gula. But that.
Were you surprised they got shut out?
No. Picayune is who we thought they is, man. I'm telling you, they is who we thought they is. That team, man, they built for this. Them boys are seeking their 3rd straight state championship.
That's
I'm glad it was Pascagoula and not Gaucher. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been Achilles heel to us, man. They've been in our way for I don't know how long, and now they're Pascagoula problem. So good luck to the Panthers. They got their work cut out for them. I think next year will probably be different because that Panther team gonna be loaded. They're loaded coming back. They got their star quarterback and Silas Quarter coming back. They got majority of the defense coming back with their captain of the defense, Jalen Parnell. Man, they gonna be straight.
Parnell's coming, but of course Rush, who didn't even play it due to injury, but he should be gone. He's not mistaken, a senior. Month. But Silas, breaking that record. I mean, he had a great season there. Silas Quarter, he's coming back. So yes, they are locked and loaded next year. That is Pascagoula. They just just couldn't get it in the end zone there. And Picayune, did what they did, and 38-0. In fact, the 2 games, playoff games, they haven't been scored on Picayune. Right. So yes, that was a win there for them. And we mentioned Gaucher. Now going back between the the bricks.
Mhm.
Where we'll have to see how. I mean, how you're going up there with them this time again?
Is a pig? Oh, I ain't gonna say that, man. Come on, man. Hey, man, come on, man. Is that you a media pundit? You're like myself. Is that really a question in your notepad?
And all the teams, looking at the games this week,
Yeah.
are on the road. All the coast teams, with Picayune at West Jones and Gaucher at Laurel, Poplarville at Columbia, all of them are on the road, and some great matchups there. I don't know if you want to touch on those games or you want to touch on. You can see the picture that you're looking at. That's my Facebook page that we have,
Hmm.
and you can see
Make sure if
where.
you're not following it to go like and subscribe to Gulf Coast High School football page.
Yeah, it's going pretty good there, the page. But you can see um, the pictures. If you have a chance, click on the photos. It goes all the way back to when we started, or when I started in 2010. I want to say 2010 is when I started the Facebook page. So, and I share the memories every morning. A lot of people, get a kick out of it, but I mean, you look back at people, what was shared 10, 12 years ago, or even 4 years ago, 6 years ago, with the Hornet Bowl one, which I was there when Poplarville hosted East Central. That was a game there. But um, switching gears to go not off topic, but off the playoff, with the coach, at Biloxi High, Coach French is not there with Biloxi no more. I don't know. I don't want to say he got fired. He might have left. There hasn't been really an official word on it. He's not there at coach anymore, but it came out Saturday, or I released it Saturday. They posted a job Friday or Saturday for the Biloxi job, and he was there, for 6 years, and that's a pretty good job there. I know he made the playoffs 4 out of 5
Yeah.
years. It just didn't win a playoff game. Just he'd run into Oak Grove a couple times, and
Yeah.
so that'll be a job. I shared it on Facebook, and a lot of people
Hey,
tagged other people saying, "Hey, come coach here
yeah.
at Biloxi High." So, I
Yeah,
mean,
my
I'm
name
sure.
tag.
Oh, there you go. But I'm sure, with the Coach French, he'll land on his feet
Oh
somewhere.
yeah, man.
Be it
Yeah.
on the coast or be it somewhere, because like I'd mentioned, and you backed it up, to where he touched a lot of players, not just
Yeah, yeah,
coaching. So,
yeah. It's bigger than
um,
just, sometimes people gotta realize, as some coaches can take their firing, with their head held higher, or their termination, or like Coach Prime said, it ain't no in between. You either elevate or you terminate. So me personally, just for me digging and trying to find information, man, from the rumor mill, I heard his father had retired from one of these schools in Mobile, and I'm thinking, like, what I'm saying, let me go there, what I'm saying, what I'm saying, how things is, what I'm saying.
it
And I
is.
hope that's the case.
That's a domino effect, like I mentioned, that one and it's usually 4 to 6 coaches a year that either get fired, or, like this
Mhm.
case, Biloxi, has an opening. So another coach, maybe from another team, that,
Yeah.
again, we mentioned just a few minutes ago about Pass Christian. We have no confirmation on it. That just,
Mm. Biloxi
Coach
got it now.
Stockstill.
Hey, they got it now. Hey, I'm talking about them. What you want? What you want?
Well,
What you need?
I'm not trying to compare it to Coach Pennick, because where did Coach Pennick come from? Pascal
Hey,
Stan, and where'd he go?
yeah,
To Ocean Springs, and now, of course,
big
Pennick
boy
had to go.
ball.
So, Pascal Stan
Yeah.
he did a great job there, Coach Stockstill, and he's still there. We're not saying he's leaving, no, but
It's just his name is floating around. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to the past Christian school district or athletic department or community. We're not trying to steer your coach away. This is just the grumbles that you hear amongst, coach football talk. We're gonna talk about it. That's what we're
yeah,
here for.
yeah.
Like ain't no sense in just be I don't turn blind eyes. You know what I'm saying? So if I hear, I'm gonna tell you what I heard, and then I'm just trying to hope somebody come confirm it for me, man. But
Yeah.
you
Now,
know,
again, on my page, on the page or Twitter, and like Biloxi, where it confirmed, they posted the job opening. So that's when I come out and said, "Hey, job
yeah,
opening for Biloxi," meaning Coach Frank, he's not there. So, but I'm not going to post, on
yeah,
here. That's what we hear rumors, but I'm not officially going to post on Facebook or on Twitter.
right.
Hey, we hear this person's going here or there. No, I don't go on rumors unless I get a confirmation, and I won't, we could talk about on here.
Right.
That's what this forum is for. So,
Yeah.
um, but that's
I,
only
I, I,
opening.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say. That you
right
took the word
now.
right out of my mouth. Yeah, you took the word right out of my mouth, man. And I tell you, man, that job, that's like that Biloxi head coach. All right, this is how I look at the coach. All right. Fuck what Bobby Hall said about the coach ain't like we think we SEC. We are that. Fuck what he talking about. Uh we that now, put it like that, you know. So all right, we look at 7A as our SEC. That's SEC caliber football. It's the 7A football. So of course, we expect those programs in 7A to play at that high level. Like a team like Biloxi, Gulfport, Ocean Springs, Harrison Central, who else in 7A? D'Iberville,
St.
St. Martin.
Martin. Yeah.
Like those are our premier teams on the Mississippi Gulf Coast because they're in 7A. Their classification is the highest. So you want those programs to always be in the mix when it comes to coach football talk. When they're not in the mix, coach football ain't looking good. We only had two of them teams. Biloxi was in the mix, but they, hell, I ain't even gonna take nothing away from this year because whole 7A got knocked out in the first rounds. I can't even put that on, nobody. Like the 7A just, I think the first year 7A got too overwhelming for 7A. I think next season, I think they're gonna be ready. They're gonna come through with a different type of plan. But 6A is your Big Ten. I think that's like your Big 10, Big 12, whatever. Yeah, your Big 12. 5A is like your ACC. 4A is like your Pac-10. And then the rest just fall in. 1A will be your Ivy League schools, and 3A will be your Sun Belt. That's how I look at coach football. That's how I break it down to those levels. And if you're in 7A, yeah, we need the big dogs. We need those we need those Blake Penix, those Jake Bramlett's. We need those type of coaches, like people that are coming in embracing this challenge because it's a challenge. I don't care what nobody say. The hardest job on the Mississippi Gulf Coast, other than working at Ingles and all them other places, is being a high school coach because the people in the community gonna let your ass have it when you're not winning.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Especially, like I say, with football. I mean, again, nothing against baseball, basketball, but you lose, last night in basketball. Well, you're gonna play in a day or two. Right. Football, it's a build up every week. It's a build up. Like we heard at the press conference at the beginning of the year, a couple of coaches say, you lose that Friday, you got a whole week to build it up to get that taste out your mouth. And Biloxi, they've won 2 district titles. 2011 was their last district title. So. And I'm saying, Coach Frank, he got him there, like I say, in the playoffs 4 out the last 5 years. So, I mean, in number 3 seed, he didn't win a playoff game. And I don't know the ins and outs, or again, if he was let go, if he decided to leave on his own, but he's not there. Mm-hmm. So a job opening is there. Again, every year, there's 4 to 5, coaches that change jobs. They either leave from the coast or come in from the coast. PRC was one of them. Came over from Mobile. There was a whole bunch of them last year. So that was part of the news that Biloxi has an opening. I did post past Christian. I mean, Popular Hornets had an opening for a wide receiver coach. So it's nothing a huge deal there. So anyway, so what we got from the fans? We're gonna look at South State.
That's Biloxi's stud athlete Jalen Anderson. That's his dad, Ashley Anderson. He said we got some good players too over here. Like, yeah, a lot of good players. That's the point. That's why people are like, hey man, y'all should be in the mix all the time because we know the pipeline that's always coming through there. Biloxi have nothing but talent. It's Biloxi supposed to be a football and a basketball school. Right now, it's just a basketball school.
Yes, and it doesn't. I'm gonna say it doesn't help. Who's won the region the last few years? And the Iberville won. Gulfport was winning before COVID. Ocean Springs winning here after that. They won this year. They won 3 years, and then what else? Who out? Biloxi hasn't won in the Iberville. I mean, St. Martin hasn't won it. So Biloxi hasn't won it. Either. Like I said, since 2011. So I'm sure they'll find somebody there. And Coach Frank, he was there at the press conferences and certainly appreciate his input.
Stand-up guy.
Real
stand-up guy, man. He's gonna fall. Like I said, he's gonna fall on his feet, man. He's like, you know what I'm saying, the good ones always get taken care of. I just think the school district just wanted to go into a different direction. That's what, if that's the case, or I think I'm personally thinking it was a mutual
It
split.
might have
That's
been.
what I
Yeah.
personally believe. You know,
Yes. So that's what I
because
said.
he
We
had a
don't
winning
know.
season. The man went to the playoffs. He was a 3 seed in the play in 7A. You know, and then like I was just looking at his win loss records and all that stuff, and I'm like, even though that goes into consideration, you know, but I was looking at over the 6 years, all these players that he put into big Power Five institutions from Biloxi, and at the end of the day, that's the main thing, you know, to take care of these kids. If we doing anything, it's for these kids.
Yeah, he was 34 and 31. Like I say, he was there for 6 years and made the playoffs. Like I said, 4 out of 5 last 5 years.
Yeah.
He didn't get a region title, but that's just the way it goes there. So we'll see what happens, on that part of it. But like I say, looking at the I was looking at here, all region offense. They had a whole bunch of players on the all region offense. So
Yeah,
and
I
defense.
seen that, man.
So
They put every kid on the coast on that list, man. I was looking at that, I was like, man,
yeah,
you know,
so
come on now. We trying to appease all these kids, man. Everybody wouldn't know all region, all coast. You know what I'm saying? Like, just pick the best of
I
the best. Like, you ain't gotta
I don't know
appease
who
all
picked.
these.
I don't know if it's the coaches that picked them. I don't really honestly know what exactly because I seen the other classes post Long Beach and like I say with Biloxi,
Mhm.
but
Yeah. But
so anyway,
anywho, good
so
luck to Coach Prince. Biloxi, we hope you find your man. Look for him. Like, don't. I hope y'all have been looking for him. If that's the case, like, don't be too afraid to go look outside the coast, man. Go to Tennessee. Look, go to Louisiana. Go to Alabama, Florida. Go find that guy. You know, because college football, we need gold balls, man. Go find that guy. We need that guy on the coast. We need some more of those hard coaches, man. We need some more Cody Stogners. We need those type of coaches coming down here and making an immediate impact. That's what I want. That's what I
yes,
want. What about you, man?
yes, that would be you know great to have. I mean, we have great coaches here on the coast. Just like say the lacking of the gold balls, and like say the stat that I'll bring up here, with the coast championship, we've had a team in the championship game every year since 2011. So 12 straight years.
Yeah.
Just that they haven't won. Even twice we've
Yeah.
had two teams up there in 15 and 19. Um, so making it there is great. And you don't want to say the season. I know we're talking about gold balls and if that's not what makes a great season. As far as a is getting a gold ball, it certainly would be nice, but um, win some playoff games. Especially in 7A. We can look ahead at this week here. Again, I know it's on a special Monday night edition here coming up on 8:30. And I know we have people watch a lot or will watch the replay on it as they're maybe busy doing something else. But if you want to look into each game, because there's just three games, and I'm going to come out uh, Wednesday at 7 o'clock
Mm-hmm.
and post instead of Thursday, which is Thanksgiving, Wednesday and post the stat that but I can give you a little insight of it. Here tonight, if we want to look at each matchup or whatever you want to do there, Bingo. If we got more comments,
Mm-hmm.
we can go over, ask the fans. Let me see. I'm gonna push this button, see what it says. Um, oh, we ain't have many comments. Okay,
Yeah.
so 4A in the 4A, Poplarville at Columbia. Um, again, Max Preps has Columbia ranked second. That's in 4A, just in 4A in the state.
Yeah.
Uh, Poplarville ranked fourth. They're 10-3. Columbia 13-0. They're on it's a road game for Poplarville, which is very rare or they haven't had a road game in a while, a road playoff game. That is
Yeah.
the Hornets. They are 4-3 in South State championship games, which mean they get to the state championship quite a bit, 4 times to be exact. But this will be just their third road game for South State, out the 7. So they haven't played again, and they're 1-1. Columbia's 3-5 in South State. They won in 2021. They won that championship then. Columbia did.
Right.
What other thing out here? It's the second meeting in the South State title game between Poplarville at Columbia. They played in 2021, as just mentioned. And that's when the Wildcats won 12-7. And so this is just the second time. But Columbia has been having obviously a great season at 13-0. Poplarville's been on the roll, having a tough non-region schedule. And they've really been they're on a winning streak, obviously, heading into this game. So, I mean, who do you like? I mean, yes, I think Poplarville certainly has a chance there at Columbia. Poplarville defeated Lanier 58-26 and then Forest County 45-14 and took out Lawrence County last week 44-20. So this is actually the 4th playoff game. Columbia beat Morton 43-28 and Greene County 49-20 at home. And last week, mentioned, beat Pass Christian 42-7. So what's your outlook on this game, Poplarville at Columbia?
I think I'm coach ball, you know what I'm saying, but Columbia is the Wildcats tough, you know what I'm saying, and as you see, 13-0. I seen them this year play against my Gators, and I think they blanked us.
No, they scored 27-7.
Okay.
up at Columbia.
Yeah.
So they had one shot. They beat Diveville to start the season. Columbia did. And again, this is a 4A team going against a 7A team. Now, it's the first game of the year, but they beat at Diveville 40-17. So
you mean tell me if West Jones and Columbia win, them folks gonna have undefeated seasons as state champions? Wow.
No, I mean going into if they go all the way, West Jones and Columbia are the only on the south side are the only 2 unbeaten teams. The north side, which we don't necessarily talk about, Louisville's 13-0 and Winona's 13-0. But to have, like I say, this matchup here, Poplarville Columbia, yes, I think Poplarville definitely has a shot. But I mean, they're playing at Columbia.
It's gonna be a low scoring game. I think it's gonna be a close one. I think, of course, like everybody always says, it's going to come down to who got the ball last. But that's a true statement in this game because they have 2 hard-nosed defenses. And they, when those defenses are playing lights out, it's going to make it where it's going to be a low-scoring game. So, I think this is a high-scoring game, but it's a low score for us because we used to custom them 30, 40-point games. But this game right here, I want to see Poplarville come out on top. But the final score will be 21-17. Pop.
Okay, we'll mark that on the video to see if you're correct or not. But they played last time in 2021, 12-7. Columbia won 12-7. So
see what I'm saying? They always low scoring games.
And so in this playoffs, Columbia, has put up 43, 49, and 42. In their games here in the playoffs, and Poplarville's put up 58 against Lanier, 45 and 44 the last 2 games in the playoffs. So, on the road, I haven't sat there and figured out numbers yet, crunched the numbers, and come up with a projection or prediction. But it's yes, I agree. It will be within a touchdown score wise. Hopefully Poplarville can come out, with the win there, and Coach Beach. With the Hornets. So we'll move on here to the second game. The 6th. Nope, I skipped my paper here.
Oh, we got a question about hold on, not that one. Fan question coming from Marcus Whitfield. He said, going to be a good game, but Columbia has a ton of athletes, which may make the difference. Yeah. Like they 13-0 for a reason.
They are. I haven't watched, any video on them as, I try to watch to get an idea on them because this was kind of a pop-up Monday night special to see what Columbia. I just know who they've beaten. And yes, and they're again at home 7-0 this year at home, and it wouldn't be in the playoffs now. It wouldn't be a shock with the three close teams left. It wouldn't be a shock if it went either way, and this would be one of them. It wouldn't be a shock if Columbia won, obviously, and Poplarville. It wouldn't be a shock if they went there and beat, Columbia. I mean, Columbia would be slightly favored at home. That's what I would say, with it now, and without looking to see again. I see who they played, but their strength of schedule to see what the records were there of the teams they beat. I can see that. So, but yes, we appreciate the comments there, Marcus, and that's only bad. I don't know if anybody's live streaming. Again, all the games are up. I say up north, not on the coast. I might have to see if anybody's. I know Poplarville has the app, along with Picayune. So I don't know, Gaucher. I'm gonna have to rely on you to get game updates because unless they have Laurel has a live stream. I don't know on that. So
Bingo Media brain one on there. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you can. Yeah. So speaking of the 5A, Gaucher, they're ranked number 5 by Max Preps again, just in 5A. Laurel's ranked number 4. They played, 2 games, one in 2020, the second round of the playoffs in Gaucher, which Laurel won 41-28, and then they just played 3 weeks ago, 48-30, in Laurel, that they beat Gaucher, and that was for the region title. So here we are a few weeks later, and Laurel 6-6 in South State, losing the last 2 they played, 2017 and 2021. Of course, Gaucher is their second ever South State. They lost last year, Picayune. How they get here? Gaucher beat Natchez 50-18 at home last week, and they won on the road. You were there, 36-34. Gold Tornadoes beat Provine 43-6 and Brookhaven 31-28, both at home. So their third straight home game. And again, Gaucher wins here. They're playing Thursday night, that next Thursday, for the state championship. Don't want to get ahead of yourself, but
I made that mistake last year. That's why I've been trying to be.
To get to the state championship. I mean, just to make it this far to South State. Gaucher has never been. They made it last year. Now they're back again. I like that video you did. You were the one, obviously, did the video last week, coach. Of Gaucher there. We're talking to the players, and that I saw it posted, on a couple other pages saying, "Oh, we're ready for you want the bricks? We'll come get them and stuff." Coach, he didn't say he said, "Give me another chance. Give us another chance to go to Laurel." He didn't say, "Oh, and that's a mindset." What do you want him to say to the players? We got a chance to go to Laurel. We're going to lose, so we just don't get too excited. The coach is supposed to fire up his team like that. He wanted another chance, and they have another chance. They're going to make the adjustments. Can they win? Most definitely they can win. But Laurel obviously is who they are too at home between the bricks. So again, it's not going to be a shock either way. Tornadoes, have been the 6 state championships. They won 3. The last one was in 2016. But,
I just want one, man. Just give me one. I just want one. God,
I know you just to go up there and the atmosphere. I've been to all the. Well, you were there last year with that.
We go every year. Like
with Picayune.
I want to go with my team. I want the Gaucher community I want the whole coast to come, man. Because whenever my team ain't in it, I support everybody else. So I want the feeling to be mutual. I want y'all to come support us along with Poplarville and Picayune. Like, this is it. This is coast football. We got 3 teams representing us right now, and we're 1 game away from going to the state. We all go and get to Oxford. That's the goal. Get to Oxford. We can get to Oxford, man. Hey, you better believe the whole Gaucher ain't gonna be up in that thing. But I'm trying to tell you, man, I'm gonna come up there. He said he coming up there. Like, that's how deep we gonna be up there. It's gonna be deep.
Yeah, I seen the pictures of the player. Were those ex-players in that picture that you posted? About gut.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I say, you were up there last year for the state, and with the Picayune, with the tailgating, and it's a atmosphere up there. State championship, even the South State, is something. It's going to be an awesome feeling there. Moving to the last game, which is 6A. And that's number 2 Picayune against number 1 West Jones. Picayune 10-2, West Jones 11-0. Again, the rankings are Max Preps just in 6A, and the 2 teams played in in 2 South State title games in 2018 and 2019. In 18, West Jones won at Picayune 21-13, and then 2019 Picayune won at West Jones 49-14. So again, I mean, West Jones has, if we're looking at the strength of on this one, which I did, Picayune, the overall record, now they come in at 10-2, West Jones 11-0. Picayune, their strength of schedule, the opponent's record for the regular season are 68-44. That's pretty good when you're playing teams that are with that percentage. They did lose to 2 playoff teams with a combined 19-4, and one of them was that team out of Louisiana, and they're still playing.
Right.
And I forget the name here, but I'll have to bring it up. And then Brandon. And then they beat Brandon the first week. That is Picayune. So they're, that's what I'm looking at. It was Catholic out of Louisiana. So their record is 68-44. West Jones, their combined opponents are 56-60. So below 500. They do have 6 shutouts, 3 road games, and 3 at home on the shutout. So, how'd they get here? Picayune, again, shutout Forest Hill 42-0 and Pascagoula 38-0, both at home. West Jones beat Hancock 42-20 and Terry 21-7, both at home. Maroon Tide, of course, defending back-to-back state champions. Mustangs has won state title in 2020. They are 1-1 in state championship games. Again, I have a little bit more information that I'll post Wednesday on that but that just gives you an insight. I mean, Picayune, had they played tougher teams? Yes. West Jones, and I was just watching it before we came on. I was watching West Jones, a couple of clips there on Max Prep just to get to see what kind of offense they run. They run shotgun, and they have
Picayune finna knock Weak Jones off. Watch what I tell you. They finna knock Weak Jones off, as they call him. And the Tide is going back. So I know if the Tide go back, then I know I'm going back to Oxford. Because I'm going, whoever make it from the coast, I'm going to Oxford. If neither one of them make the coast, I'm staying my black butt home.
Well, they got 3 chances, 3 different days that they would play on. I mentioned about Gaucher on Thursday, Picayune Friday night, and Poplarville Saturday at noon if they happen to win this week, which hopefully they will. I mean, I have a good feeling with Picayune. Again, they have 6 shutouts. The Mustangs are playing at home. They're riding high. I think in the back of their mind, they know Picayune, and those who don't know about Chris Davis, they got hurt early in the year. They still, they brought in Ratcliffe, rushed for over 300 yards against George County, and he's a defensive guy mainly.
DB. Crazy.
But he came in there and took the rock and ran with it. And again, West, it's going to be a great game. West Jones. I feel Picayune obviously can get the win. I mean, they're back. They just go Stogger and company. They know what they do in the playoffs. They kick it up a notch. They haven't been scored on in the playoffs. So again, I think this is going to be a close game here.
Damn, man, that's crazy. Them pitched 2 shutouts.
They did. That's and then they they have that mix them up in the backfield, with the wing tee and just we'll see what West Jones. Again, West Jones, they most definitely can win. I mean, they're flying high, they're confident, but they know, hey, Picayune's coming to town, and they don't have Dante Dotell. They have again, we've heard that Chris Davis may miss the first half of the game. We've heard that he may miss the whole game because he had 2 unsportsmanlike penalties last week, which was unfortunate. One of them, he was just reacting to. I saw the video they showed. He was just reacting to somebody doing something, and he got the penalty. And then later, when he scored that touchdown, he got a penalty. So we're still not clear. We were trying to get confirmation if he's going to miss the first half or the whole game, but they still have plenty of running backs in the backfield. We know that they're bingo. So I think they'll be fine. And this game may take an hour because, again, watching the video on Max Preps where West Jones just played, I believe Terry, they had 6 passing yards for the game. And Picayune likes to run, so this may be a very quick game with a lot of running, and possessions are prime because you may not get the ball but once or twice in a half there. But it's a matchup, in the state. I mean, Picayune at West Jones. That's That's the game.
I'm finna show you why I trust Picayune. Look at this beautiful shot Mo Figures got right here, man. This is a beautiful shot, man. Hold on, let me press play on it.
Oh, okay.
Let me get it. Let me get right. Look at this beautiful shot, man. The man
Well,
caught that. That man motherfucker with that camera. Watch him out.
yeah, and the blocking up front. I mean, right there.
Man.
That
Look at
is.
that
That's
intensity right there, man. I'm talking about CD.
that is. Yep, CD6. I mean, that's awesome. Again, he got hurt earlier, but he's back. And hey, don't forget about Mr. 6A,
Yeah.
Justin Wally.
He over there. You
I
know what I'm saying?
mean, you
That
know,
boy loaded. That man, think about it. That man had. Hold on, let me stop this audio. Hold on. I don't know what I'm doing over here. Oh, what you got? So, man, Coach Stogner had 3 All Americans in his locker room, man, over the course of the last couple years, 3 or 4 years, man, in the making. You know, I think he was there. Of course, he was there before Dye Lee retired, and so as an assistant coach. So just think, they had 3 All American Power 5 studs in that locker room at one time.
I
Ain't
know.
too many people say
And then
that.
you and what sometimes you say, well, he had all that talent, and what did he do with it? He won state champ. So we can't sit there and say, well, he had all that talent and he didn't win with it. No, he's won
Yeah.
with it and he's still winning with it. You know, again, that 8-3 out the block, that COVID year that Coach Stogner had, he still, you know, obviously made the playoffs all these years. But 14-1, 15-0. Now he's 10-2 this year. I mean, he's you know, again, back to back, you know, state champions is just, and he's on his way, you know, one game away. But true, it'll be a very tough test. But this team's been tested all this year. I just told you their opponent 68-44. That's tough. I mean, you know, now you going on the road. That's the other thing that I had. Where did I have it at? 17. Blah, blah, blah. I was trying to find where I had their 17 straight playoff games. Again, that's a record. 17 straight playoff wins they have had. So 4-8. I think. Yeah, I was trying to find my other stat there, but go ahead.
No, I was just oh, we got a question up here. We got Jerome said, should people call Mickey Young popular Southern County teams instead of coast teams?
Now, well, you're going to address that. I'm tired of addressing what is coast team. So
Yeah.
I'm tired of addressing 24 coast teams, 6 coastal counties. I posted a map of it. They're
Go
a
to the
coast
map.
team. You know, if the news didn't cover it, then we wouldn't cover it. So that's just how that's how it is. So they've always been
Look,
a
man.
coast team, WLOX, WXXV, Sun Herald. If they said, "Hey, 3 coastal counties, that's what we have," then that's what we would cover. That's what we would do. But they cover that, so you know, somebody they had said somebody they had 8 teams from the Pine Belt or something. So congratulations, they got. I mean, I don't, you know, how many teams up there. So if you want to address that, you can. But we have 24 coast teams, and again, you go to Facebook page. I posted the map of what 24 teams we cover. Picayune, Poplarville, they're part of the coast. They don't have a beach 5 minutes from their house, but they're part of the coast. So, you know, that's what it
Yeah, he
is.
just answered it. He just answered the cold dog. He just answered it,
So,
man.
anyways, it's 10 straight playoff wins is what Picayune has. They, 2021 they won the four last year, and they won 2 this year. So they have 10 straight playoff wins for Picayune. That's what I was getting. They've won 11 straight road games, Picayune playoffs. Now I'm counting the 2 championship games. Those are road games / they're neutral games because it's road games for both teams. So 11 straight road wins for Picayune, and thus they go on the road up there to West Jones on Friday, and that's, again, all these games are just great matchups. I mean, with Picayune and West Jones, is just it is all great games here. And I would look, like I say, looking at Max Preps, West Jones, they don't post stats, so I don't know exactly, who's leading what team on that. But, look at some of the highlights. They do, pass the ball. They in shotgun. They in Wildcat. So, they definitely can beat Picayune. Obviously, we just hope that's not the case in this way. And let's look at even further ahead here as we're almost wrapping up the show. From the north half, Picayune, they should win. Whoever wins out of Picayune West Jones, hopefully it's Picayune. They will play either the winner out of South Panola, which that name sounds familiar, obviously. They're 11-1. They will host Grenada, who's 10-3. That's in 6A. Gaucher at Laurel, the winner of that game. Hopefully it's the Gators. Will play Thursday night. They would play the winner out of West Point, 9-3, or Clarksdale, who is 9-3. And then the 4A, of course, Poplarville 10-3 at Columbia 13-0. They would play on Saturday at noon. They would play either Houston at 11-1, or you see a lot of talk about Louisville 13-0. They're one of the undefeated teams up there in the north. So that's who they would face next week. Looking ahead, next Thursday championship, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But we still, again, to take it all in this week. And I'll come out again with some stats on Wednesday. But it's going to be, you're going to be at the Gaucher game. I'm going to be here at the headquarters trying to keep track of who's doing what. And if anybody has any live streams, please post them. But Picayune, West Jones, Gaucher, Between the Bricks at Laurel, that's a rematch. And Poplarville at Columbia is a rematch from 2021 South State, where Columbia did beat Poplarville and went on to win the state championship. So we hopefully 3 teams can get back there this year. And I'll post that stat, coming, later down the road here next week. But they
every time.
What is that?
Time. And I smell a shutout, man.
Well, yeah, there's like I say, I'm hoping that Picayune can definitely. I think I obviously feel they can win. In that locker room, they know they can win. I feel that they can win. But again, I only can watch some of the tape on West Jones on all these teams. So if I haven't watched all the tape on all the teams. So to see what they have and what they have to offer, it's hard to look at non-coast teams. You based on record wise, they're undefeated, Columbia and West Jones. But hey, Poplarville's on that winning streak, and again, since 2011, we've had a coast team up there. We haven't had 3 coast teams up there. We've had St. Stanislaus and Resurrection in 2015. I was up there. Both of them lost. In 2019, Picayune and Poplarville were up there. So, hey, how about 3?
You skipped 17, 18. Well, 17 when East Central went up there.
I'm saying when there's 2 teams from the coast up there. We haven't had.
Okay.
Well, that's rare to have 2 out of 6 teams. That was back when, of course, we had 6 teams, 6 classes, and to have 2 out of 6, because we don't have a 2A team here on the coast. So the most we could have had this year, of course, obviously was 6 teams. That would have been never been done before. So to have 2 teams out of 6 teams, now we have 7 teams, and we can get 3 teams out of the 7 classes. The coast has something to say, like you said, to make it to the state championship.
I ain't been saying that this year because I feel like really just, last year we were ready. The coast was, we was making our imprint, but those kids, the reason why we had a lot of kids on, but we got a new crop coming through, and they finna give us something to say now. We coach football it's finna change. Or I see it, I smell it. You know what I'm saying? Coach football is finna change because I think a lot of these administrators at these schools, they feel like we feel, man. Yeah, we want to pop that. They tired of them country boys up north coming down here, talking north to us. Man, we A-rated schools. We got the #1 schools in the state down here. We richer than everybody in Mississippi because we are the coast. We're not Mississippi. We are the coast. We got our own little entity down here, and I think them country boys will not be hating on us about that, man. Yeah, I said it, country boy. That's why when they come down here, it's city boy, country boy, duh. They know what that means, So you see that went right over your head right there, man. That wasn't no Isley Brothers or no OJs or no Beastie Boys. That went right over your head. You don't listen. You know Gucci Mane?
Gucci? No, I'm not. I wear Gucci, but I don't familiar with Gucci Mane.
Yeah, you gotta listen to Gucci Mane, man. I'm gonna send you the Gucci Mane song. Go check Gucci Mane out, man. What you tell me what your intake on Gucci Mane is?
All right. But yeah, everybody, it's Thanksgiving, like I said, coming up, and games will be played Friday, the day after Thanksgiving. It's always South State, so it's
always South State.
It's a great time, and even after that, of course, after the state championships, you still got the All-Star games that are coming up, and we'll be bringing it all to you.
That's my OC right there. That's Gaucher's OC. Coach Hunter Collins, first year OC, man, did a phenomenal job this year with Trey Irvin and Kelvin Beavers when he had to step in. And this was his first year, and he did a phenomenal job. Look where we at in South State.
Yeah, I saw Solomon. Is that how you say his name? Solomon?
Yeah, Solomon back. I'm a little solid. We call him Solo.
Oh, yeah. Like I say, I've watched his highlights. I posted his huddle highlight. I mean, he's next level player. I mean, and he's just a sophomore. I'm mistaken. Yeah. He is a difference maker in there. What did Jason say?
The man rushed for 1,000 yards as a sophomore. He still got 2 more years left.
Yes, he's and hey, he could be the difference maker there between the bricks with Gaucher. So looking to take back what they lost a couple weeks ago for the region title. This is obviously you can have the region title, take the South State title, and go to state.
Yeah. See, we thought we were gonna do that with Picayune. Yeah, we thought we were gonna do that at Picayune last year, but they were like,
No. Going to Picayune's at a different level. They kick it up a notch. Hence the shutout the first 2 playoff games.
Yeah.
That they played, and even without Chris Davis, they were scoring some points. And now with Chris Davis back, but again, he looks to be out possibly the first half, possibly the game. But I don't think they have a problem with that. They still may appeal it. It's all speculation. So hopefully Chris Davis is there to play. If not, Coach Stogner and company, they unfortunately were out him for a few games due to injury. So they know what they have, and hey, they've been winning. So
yeah. Put it back up there one more time. Put it back up there one more time. Hey man. And
that is
tied by 40, man. Hey Josh, man, y'all having them cut the ball. Well, yeah, take the boys on out. Send them boys back up to West Jones, man. Well, no, y'all gonna handle that up there and come back. But yeah, that's Chris Nelson, Gaucher legend, man. All right. Thing about Chris Nelson, all these boys that are in high school right now, he was their head coach from Pee Wee, from the football field in Gaucher, from City League. He was their coach, man. Like him and his son played for Gaucher, Chris Nelson Jr. He had a concussion, so he's done for the year. He's a baseball kid, and he said, it's two failed concussion tests is a wrap. But if he was back there in that secondary, man, ball hawk. But Chris coached the boy. He been having kept him like that's hard. You know how hard it is to keep a team together. And look where it at. And this team, Gaucher team is young. That's what people fail to realize. This is a young team. Like we got a lot of juniors on this team and some sophomores like Solomon Baggett. that's coming back, next year. And our quarterback, Trey Irvin, is coming back. And then, we are the portal for high school wide receivers, man. So we keep them by the caseload. That's what we do over there.
Yeah, Gaucher is looking good. We have obviously last year, this year, and beyond. And I'd mentioned you saw where Caden Irvin, had commented on the win last week. So of course I replied to him on Twitter. But he's following. I don't think just because Caden is up north, at the state school that he's not paying attention to his Gators. He might show up there. Right. Who knows? He might show up. You might see him there at Laurel.
Oh yeah, we get to Oxford. I know Caden gonna be on the sideline. We get to Oxford, man.
Shit, he might be there Friday. Yeah.
His dad a coach on the team. So like this Friday, Coach Hyde, the head coach, his son who played Gaucher and just completed his last year at Chicago University. He was on the sideline. We always keep alumni on the sideline. That picture I posted up earlier, man, those all alumni from like in the beginning of the school, and it's like you didn't say it, man. People don't feel to realize, but Gaucher High School is a young school, and the history is just now starting to shape. Like we've been in school for 26 years now, so that's we still a young school. We ain't even hit the 30 ball yet, but it's coming. We can get the gold ball now.
It formed in '97, so I mean that's not that old. So heck, and they've done a lot. So, and they've done a lot this past couple of years. Gaucher's in the right direction there with their coaching staff and the players that they have, the young players like you had mentioned. So they're looking good there. So as we're reaching the 9 o'clock top of the hour.
Yeah. It's about over with, but we go with our news and stuff that we got, like local coast news. Like we got, for instance, last year state leading rusher and Van Cleve stud running back John Peterson announced he's in the transfer portal and going to that Pearl River Community College.
Yeah,
he's gonna go there and make immediate impact.
Yeah, that's what I saw on Twitter. I shared it last night and I shared it on the Facebook page that he is transferring to PRC. So again, Van Cleve alum, he had a great year. This senior year, I believe over 2,000 yards, if not mistaken. There, I mean, but he just made the move there. Again, that's the Facebook page, and you're going through all my pictures that I've been using here.
Might as well show them you've been putting your hard work and time in.
Yeah, well, the Coast clips, but again, people mention also, you see the helmets. People also mention about, hey, our logo is outdated. Well, I mean, I use, a website that I was given by Capital One Sport, by Gridiron, that gave me it had all the football helmets on there, and that's what I use. So, but if somebody can come up with, I like them uniform and looking, not one different from the other. Like my Coast clips, as you can see, the Coast clips, I use different logos. But yeah, I don't know if I would just go say beating Florence, and you see Coach come in there, and the streak is ended. Or you probably can't play the audio on there, but.
I got loans in there.
Yeah, that they snapped the 6 road playoff games. They had lost 6 straight, and Gaucher went to Florence and did them in. So
now we got the 3 amigos right here, man.
That's who's left, and that's when I used it, just their logo, not their helmet. But Gaucher, of course, on the left, Picayune, and Poplarville, the Hornets. So they just jamming out and dancing, ready to go, to South State.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something special when you're practicing, during Thanksgiving week, when all the other teams wish they were, and they're enjoying, But yeah, I'm gonna be posting all the Coast clips once the season's over with. I'm gonna repost them, and it's all for fun. I mean, I like doing it just to have something different on there. Just like the memories, again, every morning I go through and look at the memories and post some. And just like I just posted, again, 2017, the Hornet Bowl, which I was there on the sideline. And Clay Sweet and them, they did the game. In fact, he posted the link on YouTube. You can go to YouTube and watch that game, the full game.
Yeah.
East Central and Poplarville. That was a great game there, almost instant classic, 2017. And then, again, the memories from back when we started in 2010, you had players that it's just good, to look back and say, man, I didn't know he played for this or this team, PRC,
Right.
was in the playoffs back in 2014, 15. Well, were they mad? They didn't win a game this year. Well, I mean, some teams do have up and downs, and they had an up year, PRC. And so it's a lot of flashbacks, a lot of memories to look back on that most people, even yourself, that you were gone absent, in the military for that time. So you don't realize, like I say, a Miles Brennan, a Dylan Favre,
Right. I didn't see none of them boys. I didn't get to see none of that football. I missed a whole decade of football.
Yeah. And Miles' record just got broken, which I didn't think it might, 15,000 yards by, I think, MRA by a player in the,
John, I think White was his name.
it was somebody, yeah. I mean, records are meant to be broken, so but still, they were prolific offense, the Rocket Charles for those.
And there's somebody out there hating. All they do is throw the ball, so somebody still gotta catch them. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta put them things down, like go with it.
Yeah. When I post the record books in January, you'll see a lot of Rocket Charles passing yards up top. Their players, because somebody has to catch it, and they didn't have more. They had more than one, and they were pretty good. They won the state championship with Dylan Favre 2009, and then unfortunately with Miles Brennan back-to-back years they ran in Noxubee, and they just couldn't get it past them. So yes, but if you didn't know, I mean, who's been the state champion? I have a list. I'll post that too. When to come up. Laurel will go about 20 over the Gaucher Gators. Well, is that what they beat them that last game?
Yeah.
Like what was the score?
Just put Gators by 40 right there. Man.
It was by 18. It was by 18, 48-30 that couple weeks ago. So
we got these country boys, man. You know what I'm saying, man? Let Coach Stockton know, man. Look, I got him a belt, dog. I got all three coaches, man, straps. Hey, man, you see that? The Big Ten and WWE done signed a contract together that whoever wins get custom belts. Now I said, now hold on, now. I feel like what I'm saying. Like, what is going on, man? First, Coach Prime done got me with glasses, then the Big Ten done come and took the belt thing. Now they want to take everything from the coach, man. We know we pop.
Yeah, you had that. You and Bazz had that belt that you gave, to Picayune. And like I said, Picayune's
3 years straight now.
It is. So
he talking about people talk down on look what it is. People talk down on Gaucher. Look where we at. We finna come through that and going back to the coast, man. Tear them darn bricks down.
Yeah, Laurel, they got 3 state championships. So 2014 was the last one. So
did they win one in like early 2000s? Because I remember playing them in the playoffs, like in I want to say like 2001 or 2000.
They won.
I remember playing them.
They won 1990, 2007, and 2014 was their 3 state championships. They lost last year, of course, to Picayune in round 1, 24-9. But that's when they were obviously in the same class. But so yeah, they won 3 state championships, but. You played them when, you said? You think 9? Yes, 2000.
Like
2000. Yeah. You beat them 41-28. I'm sorry. You lost. I'm sorry. They beat. Yes, I'm on Laurel. I'm on Laurel's name, so it says they won. Which 41-28 at Gaucher. So yes, that was your team there. Yeah. So you need to exact that loss back in 2000. There, 23 years later.
Man, that game on YouTube, man. Y'all want to go check it out, man? Go check it out. It's on YouTube, man.
Yeah, I saw the Moss Point game the other day on YouTube. I didn't watch it, but it was an older Moss Point game.
Yeah, I got I got a bunch of big tapes, man. Like I had got with the coaches there because they got a bunch of people got a bunch of games, and I got one of those boxes that you can break down VHS tapes to DVD and upload them. So like I've been trying to preserve like those golden years, Mars going through the '90s, man. Like, so I've been trying to break all those tapes down and putting them on the internet, man. So that history will always be here. So those kids from generation off could go back and see why Mars Point people are proud and so and the pageantry that went along with being a Mars Point Tiger during that era,
Mm.
man. Like every time I go to Van Cleve, I'm always telling the players, man, hey man, y'all coaches bad. I guess they just look at Coach Fant like he just Coach Fant. Like I'm like, hey, y'all coach got 2 gold rings, 2 gold balls, D1 straight out of high school at Mississippi State. Like y'all ain't got no regular, just somebody that just said I'm gonna go coach and be a teacher. Nah, y'all got a football player that's a coach, so a dog, one of the best. Up until last year when Brady Rover Picayune won his second title, there was no other player quarterback from the coast that went back-to-back state championships. Now Brady finna do it for a third time, man. That's by history. I love it.
Yeah, the left-handed quarterback for Picayune. That is. I know Jason had just asked if there was a live stream. I don't know of any live stream of the 3 coast teams. As far as from the coast side of it, we know Gaucher doesn't, Poplarville doesn't, Picayune doesn't. Now you can go on the Talking Ball app and hear it. But does West Jones have it? Does Laurel have it? Does Columbia have any live stream? I do not know. I will search it out and see if there is or if anybody can post it. But as far as I know, there is no live stream. Just the 2 games have the radios on it. And then I got Bingo up at Gaucher at Laurel that he can go live from time to time to give a score.
In my $750 bill, if I go live. They hit me last year with it, man. They hit me with it last year.
Did they?
Yeah, they hit me with it last year. Yeah, man. I went live from the sideline, man. That Picayune game, man. I had over 100,000 people watching, man. Them folks like, hey man, that man stealing money from us. They got, man, them folks sent me a season to 6.
Man. Now, I went live for a few minutes at the state championship game,
Yeah, but you fat though, you know what I'm saying? That's the difference. I'm Bingo. Look at my skin pigmentation. Man. Like, you can't.
I only went there. I only went live for a few, even for pregame, and then I think a couple times I did throughout the game. Did go live at the state championship, but yeah.
They can't catch lower quarterback, man. How you know?
So I haven't watched Laura, so I can't say. I just go by what they. Is it going to be a good game? I mean, they beat him the first time around, so I'm sure Coach High and coaches will make the adjustments, just like Laurel will make the adjustment. So, right. I'm hoping that
the blast from the past, man. Look at that blast from the past right there, man.
What are we watching?
That's the first time Gaucher and Laurel played each other in the playoffs right there over 20-something years ago, man. Look at this iconic footage right here, man. Look at Mookie Man, number 35, Herman Glard, man. All these folks out here, man. It's people out there, man. We losing out already in Gaucher, like we got one guy out there. He one of my teammates. I ain't got no beef with him, but he did the Bruce Jenner thing.
That looked like
I ain't know.
That looked like natural grass. Looked like a little bit of mud out there.
I try to tell you, the Pascagoula field is that's why I played in that with my field.
That's where that's Pascagoula. Yeah.
War Memorial before they got the turf, man. Hey, now they ain't gonna lie, that quarterback was good, man. He was like Michael Vick. That guy was so good.
So that's who they're playing Friday is his son in Laurel. No. That would be a good story. That would be a good storyline.
That would be crazy. That would be crazy. Crazy.
I think Laurel's going to score on this drive here. I
don't know. We were pretty good. I think this game we was winning all the way into halftime, and then we went straight Gaucher in the second half and let them boys come back and beat us. I forgot what score. What you say the score was? Look at the meal. Yeah, we'll bring that back. But this is on YouTube. If anybody want to watch any Gaucher Blast from the Past games or Mars Point, they have their own YouTube pages on YouTube. You got Mars Point Classic Rewind, and you got Gaucher Gator Classic Rewind. And you can go and watch all these old games from back in the day, before Huddle. when they was on VHS. So you can check these out. These are pretty good games, man. Be looking for number 52. I'm about to, and look at Ben Wesley. Look at these boys. Let's check them out, man. Hey, I ain't seen this game in years, man.
It was 41 to. I'm gonna have to take off my earpieces.
These Gators were led by at the time. Yeah, I can hear you. These Gators at the time were led by Gaucher, the second head coach in Gaucher High School history, Don Nelson. And this was the year. Yeah, this was after Ray Bivens and Antonio Hargrove and Travis Stevenson and Muncie Jones. This is when all them boys were there and they left. And this is it's like Gaucher in the same predicament that they were in now. Like people didn't expect us to be where we were after we lost that whole class of 2000, and we had Leonard Nutter coming in at quarterback and leading us to another district title, and only like 2 losses that season, which was one to Escambia, first game of the year, and the third game of the year was against Gulfport. Those are only 2 losses that year besides this game right here against Laurel, because we beat Brookhaven in the first round at home.
Oh, they're passing there. I said, so all they're doing is running. What's wrong with Gaucher? They've evolved into a more passing team nowadays. Back then, it was more.
We were wing tee. Cole Nelson had a wing teed out, man. We ran nothing but that wing tee. And I think my senior year in 2003 or 2002 season, we went to the spread where we had a new OC named Coach Yeager. He came in and he changed the whole offense and went to that spread. But we ended up getting it wasn't work. Coach Nelson is an impatient man, and it wasn't happening as fast as he wanted it to. And he yanked us out of that and put us right back in that wing tee. And we made it be in Gaucher again.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, Gaucher started in '97. You've only how many coaches you think you've had since '97?
We had our first year, Mike Battles. He left after 1 year and went to Biloxi. He chased the money. I bet he wish he would have stayed because he had a Ferrari and didn't even know it. We had Don Nelson took over, and he was the coach for like 9 or 10 years. And then we had Hudson. Then we had what's the other guy name?
Come on,
Hudson. All right. Pete. I think his name was Pete.
It starts with a P. The last name.
Yeah. Peterson. Peterson or Peterman.
Chris.
Yeah.
Peterson.
Then High. Yeah, Chris Peterson. Then High. And that's it. That's all we had.
That's it. Yeah, I'm surprised if you had asked because that's how you learn the history. I know Gaucher started off. So again, we talk about it all the time, undefeated those first years. But to have 5 coaches since '97, that's pretty good.
Yeah, Don Nelson was there the longest. He spent, and then you got to think now those other 2 coaches there in the middle, Hudson and Peterson. Those were the dark days of Gaucher. Like after Pascagoula School, it was a dark day. Pascagoula School District did not give a damn about Gaucher during that time, man, because Gula was beating a dice off for us. Like they 10 straight wins, 10 straight wins, and then finally, Big Red Coach High came in and changed the culture of and put that tradition back in the Gaucher because he was there when the school first started in '97, along with myself and others. We were there, so we know what Gaucher tradition is built off of. And that is why we're back to where it was. That's why you start seeing a lot of the old alumni come out. And, it's because it's time. Like you said, it's almost 30 years now that this has been around. Like, this was my 20-year graduation year this year. So, I'm impressed. I'm happy with where the way the culture of the program is going.
Yep, I see that defense, like that film.
Yeah, we all know that's Elbert Shoemaker right there, and Anthony Carter, and James Briscoe, Roy Horn, Emil Howe, Herman Glove, Michael Urbani, Keeman, Latrell Alexander, Fred Perriman. I remember my whole team. I'm like how you are with coach football. That's how I am with Gaucher because I was there when everything was new when it started. So like, if somebody got to keep up the history, so like where it can be organized for because we don't have it unless you got people like me speaking on it or whatever, like people that know, but hey, We
Yeah.
here. The Gators are here. We here now. You know, I'm a real Gator. I
Well, I'm
came
gonna
up from the
play.
middle school. Yeah, I came up from the middle school straight to the high school. I ain't like them old Gaucher guys. I don't even call them Gators. Them old Gaucher guys. They had to go to Pascagoula. I didn't have to go to Pascagoula. I went straight to my high school. So I'm a part of that new culture of Gaucher. That's like, oh, we Gaucher Gators. We Gators. There's a difference. Gator. Okay?
Man, so I don't know. It'd have been a different storyline if Bingo went to Pascagoula. Man, what it would have been different. Panther all the way, but instead, go
Ooh.
to the Gators and Gator for
Hey,
life.
the Lord don't make no mistakes. That's one thing we know. Good
So,
Lord above don't make no
but
mistakes, man. He know I'm blue and gold, man.
we're
He
gonna wrap
know
it
it.
up though. Bingo Friday. I don't know if
Yeah,
we'll have a come on before or post game or something. Especially if it's
yeah.
well, you'll be at the game, so I don't know if we'll be able to do a pregame or maybe even
Oh
a
yeah, we
post game.
tailgating up there.
Especially if
Yeah, we gonna do
Pascagoula,
it.
if Gaucher wins, at Laurel, we might go on a post game. But everybody safe travels. That's going to the games on Friday and Thanksgiving on Thursday. And glad everybody could join us on this Monday night special and to live a little bit through their bingo and watching his old tape there.
The
So
boy said freshman Ty. Oh yeah, Ty Key's a bad boy, man.
yeah, there's
Dang, me and Bob interviewed him yesterday. I'm gonna load that interview up. We did an interview, like a pre-recorded interview with him, and I supposed to play it on this, and I forgot. But yeah,
there's a lot
dang,
of I did see is that he did get offered. I think I shared it, and then of course Batman Williams, at Long Beach got another offer, and I mean all these players are again getting offers, and we try to share them at Coast Football on the
right.
Twitter account and tag you know coaches, us ask them, and but yes, Keys from Poplarville, he's he's a beast. He saw
Bad
some of
boy.
that last game, and then like I say, a
Yeah.
freshman. And as you can read, offered by Ole Miss today. Again, they don't waste no time. They
No,
shouldn't.
Ole Miss. Yeah, they're attacking the state now. I love it. I love it.
So that's congratulations to him and all the coast players. Again, you shine the light on one of them, all the other ones do get the light also and get the time. I know I've had players message me and say, hey, I want to go to D1, and it's like, man, you just got to get to the next level, be it JUCO, D2, D3, and D1. Nowadays, there's Carlos Molds there. That,
Yeah, see, he'll
it,
pass.
it,
Now he is a Gaucher Panther. That's a Gaucher Panther right there. He one of the ones that's a Gaucher. He a Gaucher Panther. Him, his brothers, they got a whole little culture. And they Gaucher Panthers. They were the ones they had to get bust over there across the bridge. Unfortunately, I didn't have to. So we're different, and I have to let them know that, like,
oh,
we are
come on.
different. We are different. I love that Carlos is my brother. He'll tell you. I done been in the man's house. The man done showed me his shrine of Pascagoula memorabilia. He got his original game worn helmet, jerseys. He got all kinds of stuff, man. And I can't wait till his book come out. He's wrote a book about that era of the '87 Panthers, the greatest team ever. And check it out. Check out that little first. But where'd you go second?
Gator first.
Where you go second? I love that dude. Him and his brother Tavares, I love them. They're my brothers, man. They know it's all love, man. Oh, well, yeah. He showed me I actually wore the state championship ring from '86. Let me sit out drinking. We drinking, chilling, and I'm just wearing the ring the whole time, man. So he know I'm just. This is a part of my character, but he know I respect the hell out of Pascagoula. I respect the culture, but I'm a Gator, and it goes with the stigma of Gaucher and Pascagoula. You see, I don't never say Pascagoula Gaucher. I say Gaucher and Pascagoula. That's the school pride of me. That's the thing with the Pascagoula people got to remember. I'm a Gator. I'm a school pride to the fullest. I'm not finna sugarcoat it or nothing. I'm one way. I'm a Gator.
And like I say, a lot of people and myself didn't know, back then when they started the school that they, you had to put people in the school as far as Gaucher. So like, Harrison Central, West Harrison, they had split to make West Harrison. So Like St. John and Mercy Cross. You probably don't remember that. That's St. Patrick.
Yeah, they had. Yeah, St. Patrick now. Yeah,
I
I'm
didn't
from
know.
Biloxi originally.
What's that?
I'm from Biloxi originally, so I remember Mercy Cross and Lady of Fatima. You remember? I'm from
Yeah.
Biloxi.
But yeah, to say your story, to give about Goshen and Pascagoula, that's stuff. Like I said, I didn't know that they, like I say, you're going to Goshen. These kids taking kids
Yeah,
that didn't have a choice. So,
yeah,
but yeah, the rivalry is born, Goshen and Pascagoula. So
yeah. It's yeah, it's a fun environment, man. Next year, I need you to come too. I'm inviting you to the Singing River Classic next year. Matter of fact, you and Harold should call the game together, man. That'll be dope. You and Carol, because Carlos called the game too this year, man. I'm gonna hook you and HT up, bro. That would be cool for you to come and call that game with HT, man. I can't do it. I gotta be on the sideline.
That's a bunch of hogwash. I ain't gonna do it.
That's Harold's favorite line, boy. Harold, funny guy, bro. Harold is the reason why I'm into broadcasting now. Harold showed me how. No, he invited me up the Singing River Classic last year to come call the game with him, man. And then I got a taste of that, and I was like, oh, I love this. Oh yeah, this is it. I gotta have it, man. I'm the mouth of the South of I-10.
Yeah, he said it last week in watching a broadcast. He told the fans because he got some comments the week before in Hattiesburg where people's, hey, I'm Pascagoula and this is a Pascagoula broadcast. So, that's the way he calls it. So, that's fine. But yeah, Harold is, and of course the game will be in Goshen next year because I'm sure because it was in Pascagoula this year, the Classic.
Yeah, so, I don't know. Gula make their own. This it's their district, and we're in their district, so we have to abide by their rules.
So they don't fly back and forth. So, okay.
I don't know. They'll say, yeah, matter of fact, we want to have it this year. I'm just talking, man, because I like to keep the some people get it, some don't.
Yeah.
But this is gonna be the end of the show though, right here though, man. Yep. I think we had a good show. We didn't get to do it Friday, man. That 3-hour drive back killed me, man, last week, man. But it was well worth it, So all right. As we wrap up today's episode, I share the player spotlights and prediction Matt got. They'll be coming out Wednesday and Friday.
Yeah, it'll come out Wednesday instead of Thursday. As far as the stats, in-depth stats for each game. Okay. So, yeah, well, I'll come with that instead of Thursday. I'll come out with it Wednesday.
All right, and then we'll also. This is what we're gonna do now. We're also gonna give you a sneak peek into what to expect in next week's episode of Coach Football Talk. We got some special guests coming on, like some legends, like some old Coach legends, coaches, players. Like once the season is over, we're gonna keep doing this Coach Football thing, and we're gonna start interviewing old coaches, old legends, football players. We're gonna have some in studio interview. Our studio is almost done. I'm in the garage right now, which I turned into my office, man. So, at my house. So, Coach Football Talk is here, and me, Matt, and Bazz, we're gonna keep it going. And then don't forget, Bazz and Bingo is still here. Like I said, the studio is almost done, and we're gonna be getting back to that and doing in studio interviews. And that's all for today's episode. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Coach Football Talk presented by Bingo Media. Make sure to subscribe, leave us a review, and join us next time for more thrilling sports discussions. And until then, keep cheering for your favorite teams and enjoy the game. Go Gators. Signing out, Matt. You be easy. Tell my boy Jax, be easy down there, man. And I'll see you Friday.
All right, Bingo. And go to South State.
Man, South State. And then we trying to get to your birthday. We trying to celebrate your birthday in state. So
yes. Thank you.
Yeah, no doubt. So we're going to pay our bills. We forgot to pay them early. And let's run our sponsors. And then we're going to bet it.
This week 9 episode of Coach Football Talk is proudly sponsored by MJ's Home Services. When it comes to home repair and renovation, MJ's is the MVP of the game. From fixing that leaky roof to transforming your space, they have got the winning play. Check out MJ's Home Services Facebook page to kickstart your home improvement journey. where no job is too small or too big. Plus, they're fully insured, giving you peace of mind. A big thanks to MJ's for being our Week 9 sponsor and making your homes a champion.